Alright, we got this big old Mack in here today. She's got ag plates on her, but he must have gotten stopped and missing a mud flap. Taillights don't work, so we're gonna get that shit straightened around for him today. Gotta find a piece of scrap metal, weld it up there for the flap. Let's see how they did it on the other side here. Fucking wires everywhere, disconnected and everything. Yeah, it's just a piece of angle iron across the bottom of the frame there. Oh shit, that used to run all the way across. That's what the taillight's on the other side. Ha! Wonder if I got a long piece that I can just replace the whole thing with. I don't know. Might just weld it fucking off the side here, put a brace on it, call it a day. But we'll see how it works out. But I'll bring you along with me, take some video doing it. Let's actually see what taillights do and what they don't do. Well, the four-ways work. That's good. Looks like the running lights work. Something's a little dim, but it's working. Got button light out there, button light out there. Working. Button light out there, button light out there. You got one up here? No, probably should, but it doesn't have them. Okay. Running light working on the front. Headlight's good. Headlight's good. Running light's good. Check this one corner button light. Oh, button light out there too. Okay. So far, everything's working. I'm gonna try to set my phone here and hit the brakes and see if it works. Alright, I'm gonna cut these old bolts out of this flap with a plasma cutter, get this old flap off, straighten this out a little bit, and then hack it off and add a new piece. Get it done. There we go. Alright, so we're gonna do one of these numbers, piece of S channel. I'm gonna attach it to the old piece that's there and to the frame there, and I may do a gusset from it up to the frame also just to make it strong. These boys like to beat on shit, so that's my idea with it. And then we'll hook the flap underneath. Should work pretty good. All right, let's get this brace welded on here. Get her into position. Weld a couple spots. I'm probably gonna do a cross brace up to the top of the frame like I was talking about. Yeah, let's just get her started here. Gotta turn the gas on the welder. Alright, my phone fell while I was welding, but it ain't the prettiest thing in the world, but I got her welded on there, I got her welded onto the frame. I think that, yeah, it's pretty rugged. Said I might do one brace from like in here, back up to the frame, or back to one of these bolts or something like that. Just for a little extra rigidity. These guys are rough on shit. Okay, we got our brace in. Got our holes popped through for the flap. Might have to do a little more work on that end. Want to find out here in a minute. Alright, let it cool down. Throw this flap on. This side will be done. Hey, there she is. One done. All bolted up. And we gotta move on to the other side, do the same thing. The other flap's a lot longer. Or maybe I'll take it and bring it over here and mark it and cut it down to the same length at least. But there's one done successfully. Takes a lot longer than you think to fabricate shit like that. Alright, yesterday we got the one flap done. And then I got called out to one of our pump trucks went down and had to get Clinton Collision to tow it out of a parking lot and over to Allegiance. I had to go pick the guys up and see if I could get the truck to move. The brake switch went bad on the brake pedal. So the transmission or the computer sensed that the brakes were being applied while it was in gear or not in gear or whatever. So it disables the transmission, won't let it move. What a fucking electrical nightmare that was. But the truck is fixed now. We're all good to go. So now we're back on this project. Let's get this other mud flap mounted up. And I'll bring you along, show you how we do it. Okay, there we go. Our brace is attached. We got to do the upward brace like I did on the other side and pop the holes for the flap. I'm going to cut that flap to length so at least they're both the same length side to side, and then flaps will be done. I need to weld the bracket on here for the tail light. That is gone. I had it taped to that other bracket. And then the welding will be done once I get that welded in. Alright, that one turned out real nice. Looking good. Got both flaps on there. Wish they were both the Mack flaps, but got them cut down to length. Beautiful. Okay, so now I got to put a bracket on for that other tail light, install that other tail light, get these button lights working, and we'll be good to go. Okay, we got that welded on. Let's see if it works. All right, everything but the blinker's working. I'm gonna pop the cover off, see if the bulb filament's broken.